Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to review NRL Fantasy and NRL Sports Deck going in, or after round 24 I should say, of the 2024 NRL season. So a pretty okay week in terms of NRL Fantasy with a 909, which did see me move a few, or 100, 200 spots almost up overall. So still inside the top 10k. But I guess as we go through the team, we've got Harry Grant with a 48, was a solid return. Fanil Blake with 68 was quite good. Barnett with 39 was a bit below par, but we'll forgive him. But then Isaiah Yeo with an 82, Kyle Matangi with 73, so great returns from those two gentlemen. Dave Fafita with a 54 is a solid return. Captain Cleary was only good for a 48 this week, and looks like he is out injured, so one sort of less option on the bench. Hopefully Trindle is back soon. Fogarty with a 36 was a bit below what we'd expected from him when we brought him in. Tungo with 36 is okay for his price. Carraz with 73 was immense. Tedesco was 69, Tommy Turbo with 57, and Jai Gray with 55, so great returns from our wing fullbacks. Reid Marnie and Josh Curran a little bit underwhelming, 29 and 35 respectively. Dylan Edwards was back this week, so that was a win for us with 50. And then I probably had these guys in the wrong order, particularly given the conditions in Sydney on Friday night. So hands with the 6, and I did have the opportunity to move Hammer, but just sort of forgot about fantasy, given got no trades left, not in the head-to-head anymore. It's just one of those things, you lose that little bit of interest. I guess things like FPL, NFL kicking off as well soon. That's definitely taken up some more of my grey matter. But speaking of which, we'll have a look at the head-to-head. So open up fixtures. So the semi-finals. So Wepo's winners just missing out to Titanic. So Vimal is on an absolute tear with a 915 this week. Oh, so that was first against 8th in the head in the season. So Wepo out in straight sets, unfortunately, but the Titanic rolls on. Having a look at the teams. So missing Pat Carrigan might have cost a bit there, but fairly even throughout the middles and the hooker, aside from Pat Carrigan. Same second row. Oh no, same score from Preston and Crichton, so they cancelled out. Captaining Cleary, wasn't ideal. And then, you sort of look at Hughes over Fogarty. Both missed out on Eero. But captaining Tedesco, so obviously, getting the boosts. Oh, that was Wepo getting the boost. So, just trying to see. I guess, again, the bench doing the business for Vimal. Did he get Galvin's? Yeah, he would have got Galvin's score. Oh, would have he? Hang on. Oh, yeah, so Farnworth would have gone to centre. So he would have got the 60 from Galvin. Whereas, I'm guessing... So Curran probably would have moved up into the starting team, so get the 31 from Weeks. So that might have been the difference in the end, was just the depth in the bench saving the day for Vimal. So well done there. And then in the other semi-final, Helen Keller's Optometrist getting the win over Mamke Mania. So Damien Cook, Captain Dio, that's a solid return there. Had Watson, which is unfortunate, but obviously, strong performances all around in the forwards helped prop up that score. Zuriel captained Cleary, which again wasn't ideal compared to Yo. And who came in for Eero? Tungo by the looks of it, so that's not a bad replacement. And then probably would have got McLean scored too for Payne Haas missing out. So that would have helped as well, at 47 on the bench. Fantastic. So I guess for this week, it isn't locked in yet. But I guess it'll be Tim Gibbon, Big Keith, Helen Keller's Optometrist, and Titanic 2024. Not sure which way around it'll work out. So I'm guessing, given these two would have played in week one, so get a phone call, I have to call you back. Um, so so these two have played each other already. So I'm guessing it'll be Big Keith against Helen Cowell's Optometrist and Titanic against Team Gibbon. But we might have a look at that next week once we're able to. And without any trades, it's not, and I guess at the time of recording, lockout hasn't lifted yet. So basically, it's probably going to be that Gray moves into the halves, Hammer comes on, and we'll just have to play the 17. Obviously, if Trindle's in, he'll go before Hands in the order. Maybe Finu gets a run. I'm not too sure what's going on with the Tigers. So we could get 17 this week, but yeah, we're sort of hanging on for dear life for the end of the season. In Sports Deck, we got 1,041, which was almost top 100 for the week. Very nice. But pushing up 35 spots, so well inside the top 300 now. So ideally, pushing for a top 200 would be ideal. Might be a bit optimistic, but we do have 4 trades left. So Damien Cook was awesome with an 82. Coruscant with a 19, despite, I guess, there's a lot of reports about how his leadership stood out in the game on the weekend, but didn't translate to points. Joe Tarpany with a 40, I don't think I've discussed yet. Nikora with a 57 was good. Isaiah Yeo with 92 was outstanding in this format as well. Lockie Galvin we've got in this one, so 63 was fantastic. Kiraz with an 85. Tongy with a -4, that's a bit yuck. But we captained Turbo at the 73. Again, solid or fantastic returns from our back three. And Dylan Edwards also on the bench. But in terms of the head-to-head stuff, it's not about me. It's about these 4 guys. So the Dragons Lair getting the win in the major semi against Guns N' Roses. So if we have a look at their scores, so it looks like for Shoab, just maybe the likes of Coruscant was a bit flat. Dylan Brown, had Kiraz, which sort of balanced that out a bit. But just solid contributions right through the Dragons Lair. Grant with a 48. Looks like Olaquatu was the only one that was unique that was less than 40. So that's always nice if you can get, solid scores out of your 17. Even there. If Nathan Cleary's your second lowest scorer, you're doing pretty well, I would have thought. And in the minor semi, so Hell's Grannies move on, beating Field of Dreams by almost 100. So let's have a look. So captaining Turbo, Captain Tedesco, so it was pretty even. If anything, advantage Daniel. But again, just the solid contributions. 40 from Stefano. So I think, Dylan Brown, they both had sharp. So, those low scores cancelled out, and then it was just these high scores from the likes of Kalamatangi, Jacob Little with an 89. That's fantastic output. Kai Pierce, Paul, and Lomax with 50s. So, and I just noticed that I actually got the highest score in the round, but like I said, it's not about me anymore. It's way too late. So as I said, this week it'll be Shoab against Wayne in the preliminary final. Winner will play Shano in the GF. So good luck to both teams there. But we do have trades, so we'll do a little bit of trade talk. I think the big news is Cleary out. So what I'm thinking is realistically, we'll stop mucking around with Hines as well on the bench. He's going to come back for 1 or 2 games. It doesn't really matter. We could lock in Hughes and Walker combo. I do like Semi Walker's matchups in the next few weeks. They are both a risk of getting rested. And obviously if I've got Galvin as well, that makes it a bit tricky. I guess alternatives to Hughes, I don't have Berto, and he's actually scoring quite well in this format. Averaging 55, which is top 5 essentially. Clifford hasn't been playing all season and just got a ton, but he's on the bye this week anyway. Hines and Cleary are out, so after Hughes, DC is solid. Birdo could go to Plath, who's just scoring base points for fun. And then Dylan Brown will bounce back. So I think it's really down to Hughes, Burton, and Walker. Like I said, I like Walker's upcoming draw, so I'm going to back him to have a couple of big weeks. And let's just go Burton for the lulz. I think my boy, he hasn't been in the team for most of the season, if at all, so time to get on. So if we make those sort of moves, and then I guess as well, I could have done a bit of a shuffle around with Gray and brought in a Lomax or a Toto or something. Maybe I will do that still. That'd be pretty cool. I have to give up Burton. Now I've committed to these two. I actually like that in the halves. But yeah, so I guess VC on Turbo this week, playing the first game against the Tigers. And then after that, it might just be like an Isaiah Yeo as captain, rock solid. I like that combination. Maybe that's something I can look at for Supercoach. But we'll wrap the video up there. Keep it nice and short. So as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Obviously, if you're a bit like me and run out of trades and looking for something to do, got FPL and NFL. FPL's already started, but you're more than welcome to join in. NFL, it kicks off in a couple of weeks, so particularly the Sports Tech Dream Team, NFL. So we've got a pretty good crew already. 15. I actually just bumped it up to 20 in case we get a few more people interested. If not, I can shrink it down to 16. We'll take a random, but we'll see how we go with that. So, yeah. Other than that, obviously, if you enjoy the fantasy content, give us a like, subscribe for all that fantasy sports content I've just talked about. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one.